I'm just going to bring you a quick hit. Out of all the videos that I share, all the knowledge, all the motivation, and everything I try to give you is to help you further your career and help you do better at your job. So the quick tip that I got for you today is this. Before you go around the dealership and you start offering suggestions or complaining about everybody else in every other department and how they could do their job better, look in the mirror and perfect your job. Now, I'm guilty of this as well sometimes because it does get frustrating when you're selling cars and other departments maybe aren't on the same page. It definitely gets frustrated. But most of the time, you don't even have your stuff together. So the quick tip today is before you start going through all the other departments, okay, like I just said, and start explaining to them or talking to your coworkers about how these other departments can get better and what they should be doing. You better make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing at a pretty damn high level. Because if you're not, you're kind of looking like a fool. Think about it. Could you think about this? Could you think about you selling 5 to 8 cars a month and you're telling the parts guy how he should treat customers and how he should be more professional and how he should offer better customer service, but you only sell 5 to 8 cars a month? If you were that parts guy, is that the advice that you'd want to take from that person? Or would you rather take it from the one that's at the dealership selling 15 to 20 cars a month? Which one would you rather do? We all get caught up in this trap. And I think it's easier to point the finger at somebody else, and that helps us deflect what we got going on and what we're not willing to improve in our own life. But if you want to get better, you only got so much energy. You only got so much time in the day. Take all that energy, take all that time, and focus it on yourself. Now, I'm not saying that these other departments can't get better and shouldn't get better, because they should. Most of them should. Most of them probably haven't had the training or the opportunity to learn like you have. I don't see too much training going on in these other departments like I see the training going on in the sales department. But it's crazy the amount of training and the amount of stuff that gets talked about in the sales department that doesn't get utilized. I'm wondering if, in fact, there was that same amount of training in the parts department, in the service department, would they actually retain more than you do? Would they retain more of the information than you as a salesperson? Because if you're in a store that's halfway decent, you got a manager that's willing to train you every single day. You got videos that they share, you got videos on YouTube. There's so many sales trainers out there that's trying to explain the process, how to get better, what you could do to sell more cars, what you could do to be a better customer service, all this stuff. And most of y'all don't even listen to it. And if you do listen to it, you don't apply it. You just show up at the dealership and you just say, well, if service did this or parts did this, I would do better. So you're putting your success on somebody else. I could never imagine going home after a hard day here at the dealership and telling my kid that I had to spend all day away from, that didn't want me to leave the house, explain to him, hey, I didn't do anything today because these other people actually made it difficult for me to do my job. So I just showed up and didn't do anything. So instead of being home with you today, I went to work and just did nothing because of these other people. I couldn't imagine saying that. But that's what we do. That's what we're doing in the sales department. Maybe it's because we got a lot of downtime. I'm not sure why we do that. It's human nature. Helps us deflect off ourselves. Helps us, you know, helps us not realize the real problem, which is me. So today and moving forward, quit it. Just stop. Quit doing that. Let's stop doing that. Let's focus on ourselves. For these next 6 months, just really dial in. Listen to these videos, listen to anybody else online, listen to your manager, listen to the guy or the gal at your dealership who's selling the most vehicles. And let's focus on our craft. Let's focus on our craft. Let's not worry about what they're doing. When you become the manager, then that'll be your job to fix that department. Until then, it's not. And it's not your sales manager's job to fix the parts department. It's not your sales manager's job to fix the service department. That's not his job. They have a parts manager, they have a service manager, they have a general manager. That's their job, not your job, not the sales manager's job. Your job is to sell cars. Your sales manager's job, help you sell cars. That's it. That's your job. So go sell cars. Stop wasting your time worrying about what everybody else is doing. Even if it affects you, figure out a workaround. I've done it my whole career. Nobody gets in my way of success. I promise you. And I got to be this honest. If they were that terrible, they wouldn't be there. I promise you. Okay. It's quite possible that there's nothing better else in the market to get. You might got the best of the best. It's possible. I don't know. But you got to focus on yourself. So have a great day. Do some training. Be productive with your downtime. And start worrying about yourself. Talk to you guys tomorrow.